tonight's 10-minute Tuesdays with Mousebound Vacations. And what we are doing tonight is talking about Universal because we get so many questions on Universal. And we apologize for the technical difficulties earlier. Twofold. One, that your travel agent has been up since 3 a.m. trying to get amazing deals for clients tonight and this morning because Disney released a special for January through March. So if you are looking for travel to Disney January through March of 2018, get a hold of us pretty quickly because those are vanishing. As you know, I've talked in the past, Disney doesn't give many discounts lately. This one was an actual discount. I was able to save most of my clients that were staying in deluxe resorts or moderate resorts. I've been able to save them a good chunk of money, especially if you were a Disney Visa card holder. That seems to be the golden price. A couple of them needed to change resorts and go to Animal Kingdom, which had a lot of availability. So if you're interested in Animal Kingdom, that would be a good place for January through March. We personally will be staying at Animal Kingdom now. We were at Wilderness Lodge, but I'm cheap. So we switched and were able to, for I think it was $15 more than what we were paying at Wilderness Lodge, we now have a Savannah view at Animal Kingdom. So thanks to Deb for getting me all excited about a Savannah view. So back to our topic for tonight. Oh, and the other part was the second reason that we were having some technical difficulties is our stage manager, my husband, decided that the church was more important and he went to do a meeting at church to help our community. So I guess we'll let him slide this time. So we had to make some phone calls and pull him out of meetings to get everything up and running. So now we can start our for real 10-minute Tuesday about Universal. Universal is very different from Disney. There's a bunch of things that are a lot better and a bunch of things that are a lot different. And one thing in particular that we get asked all the time is how to make Disney and Universal at the same time affordable. And unless you have almost an unlimited budget, that's kind of impossible. Disney and Universal both want to keep you on their property, spending your money on their property. So both Disney and Universal give great rates for when you're staying for longer stays. So if you have a ticket stay that is longer than 3 days, your price per day goes down significantly. So if you're going to be going to, let's say you're staying at Disney and you just want to do 1 day at Universal, we were able to do that this summer. We went and stayed at Universal. We did a split trip, stayed Disney and Universal, but just the ticket price alone for a 1 day ticket was over $650 for me and my 3 kiddos. So really budget that. Now we were able to do everything that we wanted to do at Universal in that 1 day, and we planned accordingly. And I don't think you missed anything that you wanted to do, did you?
Not really.
No, so the way to do it is absolutely stay on property at Universal and absolutely stay at a deluxe resort. There are 3 deluxe resorts. Going from most expensive would be Portofino and the Hard Rock Hotel, Portofino Bay and Hard Rock Hotel, and then the Royal Pacific. We stayed at the Royal Pacific because that is the cheapest deluxe resort. Why do you need a deluxe resort at Universal? Do you know the answer?
Because it gives you express pass, which basically is a Disney fast pass, but for every single ride in the park whenever you want it.
And we really lucked out because about 5 days before we got to Universal, they changed the Express Pass so that you could use it on Harry Potter rides. So that was absolutely a must. That the whole reason we were going was for Harry Potter because when we went the first time, this guy was too short to ride any of the rides. So he waited in line for hours and hours and hours and then had to go sit in the little kid room. It was
They
sad.
didn't want to buy me a high top sneakers.
We tried everything. We spiked his hair. We stuffed socks into the bottom of his shoes because I'm a good parent like that. But still, we couldn't get him on. So we had to do a separate trip just so that he could get to ride all the newness that is Harry Potter. So the trick to doing Universal, like we said, you really want to stay on property to get that free express pass. You really want to stay on property because of location. We walked to both of the parks from Royal Pacific. The hotel was very nice. We had a standard view room, but even in their standard view room, we were overlooking some of the roller coasters, and it was great to just lay in a nice, soft, comfy bed after a very long day at the parks and watch the lights in the roller coaster. It was great. The pool was also pretty fabulous at Royal Pacific. But really, the trick to Universal, staying at a deluxe property, getting that express pass for free, having that early access to Harry Potter World, getting all of those rides out of the way. Remember, if you want to experience Harry Potter World, you really, really, really need to have the park to park ticket, because otherwise you're not experiencing both parks. There's Hogwarts, and then there's also Diagon Alley in London. So you want to experience both. Which was your favorite?
Honestly, Diagon Alley, because it had a really cool shop that they didn't have, well, that they used to have in Hogsmeade slash Hogwarts. It was mostly Hogsmeade, and then just the Hogwarts ride, and it was Ollivander's Wand Shop, which is probably my favorite part of going there. If she wants to elaborate a little.
So we've always said that if we're at Disney and any of the kids or my husband are riding a ride, like say Star Tours, and you get chosen as the Rebel Spy, then the deal is we'll buy you a shirt. And if you're ever chosen at Ollivander's Wand Shop to get chosen to pick out a wand, then we'll buy you a wand. Well, Owen just happened to be chosen to be the Hogwarts student that got to have a wand chosen for him. It was a pretty epic experience. I may or may not have bawled the whole time. So, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. But there is a video of it on our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel name is Mousebound Vacations. Not real exciting, but you can watch the video of Ollivander's Wand Shop. The experience is unbelievable, and Owen really wanted me to show you the wands so you can see the wand. This is the interactive wand. It's slightly more expensive, but as you're walking through the parks or through the different Harry Potter worlds, you can see it interacts with things. You can open doors, you can move all sorts of things, and it actually takes some skills. You need some wand skills to be able to get it to work. So that is the wand. He wanted me to also show you an older wand from one of our other trips.
This one looks like a magician's wand, but not all of them are like that. It has this white tip at the end. But there's a difference, because at the top of the interactive wand, there's a little black thing, I don't know what to call it. It's pretty much technology that allows those spells to work, and that one has just normal ending.
Do you remember the price on the ones? Is there a price tag?
No.
No.
But
so
it does.
I remember being very shocked that a piece of plastic could cost that much money, but the experience itself was really, really worth it. And like I said, you can check out our Mousebound Vacations YouTube channel to really get the information and see the video of that. So once again, really, even though you're planning on doing maybe a day at Universal and the rest of your stay at Disney, really budget it. Plus, there's a lot to do at Universal. We were able to do it all in one day because we had the express pass, because we had the early entry. It is totally doable, but it is also really, really worth switching, taking Uber or something from Disney to Universal and staying on Universal property. Do note that there is a pretty hefty parking fee each day, $25 to $30, depending on your resort, to stay at Universal, and that really adds up. So make sure you are budgeting that. And they're not so great about letting Uber in and out. So depending on your hotel, you really want to be careful. Also, Universal does not offer any version of Magical Express that is free. They will not pick you up at the airport or deliver you there. And depending on the vendor you use, it usually runs about $35 to $45 per person round trip for transportation from the airport to the hotel and back. So definitely, my idea would be to check into Disney first, then do a day at Universal and then check out of Disney, going back to Disney and doing a split stay that way. That way you're going to get that or the Magical Express to and from the airport, and then you'll still be able to stay on property at a Universal hotel, hopefully a deluxe one, so that you get that discount. And then you can also, use Uber to get back and forth, making sure that sometimes they have to drop you off at a corner, but it's all walkable. It's all good. And we are obviously able to help book your Universal trips, any other travels you have. And my last tip for Universal, if you would grab my thing on the wall, is absolutely Universal does not have magic bands. And as Owen, I'm sure, is going to show you his magic band, he never takes his off, probably not even to shower. But this is how you get in to any of your rides, to your room, all of that at Disney. And this is how you get into your room and the parks at Universal. You definitely want to have some sort of lanyard so that you're wearing it. And it's not very easy. It's not, the lanyards they sell there are very expensive. The Harry Potter ones run about $15, so you might be smarter to get something at Walmart or Target or something. It just needs to have like a little see-through pouch so that it can scan your ticket and your express pass. But definitely get a lanyard. Mine is obviously Harry Potter, because we were at Harry Potter World. If ever you have questions, obviously our number is on the screen. If you want to get a hold of me personally, my number is 314-956-7233. And we have agents here in Missouri, and then we also have agents in South Carolina. So feel free to contact any of us or contact me, and I will get you in touch with the person that's closest to you. As always, have a magical day, and we look forward to talking to you next week. Bye. Finish.
I was waiting for it to catch up to
Okay.
That's why I did the hand movement, so I would know that it was
Gotcha.
time to end it.